Right, we have an amazing guest here today who will tell us all about how they make the remote work life a whole lot easier. A really important topic to obviously touch upon today. So I'm very pleased to have Porsche Scott O'Neill here on the show today, who's setting up marketing or a marketing manager and looks into the customer experience for the team at Hoylu. So very pleased to have Porsche on the show, and let's get started. So welcome, Porsche.
Thank you so much for having me. We're excited to be here. Um, we love talking about our customer experience and marketing offerings, and it's something I love to do. So thanks again.
Sure, awesome. So maybe tell us in your own words a little bit about Hoylu. What is it all about?
Yeah, so Hoylu is at its core is a collaboration tool for the masses. We have the ability to be as basic as an online whiteboard where you can remote interact in real time, or we even have our specialized modules that can be as specific as a full-scale project planning tool. We really offer a flexible spaces for teams to interact in real time. And what we like to say is kind of go beyond screen sharing. You know, when you're sharing a PowerPoint or a document, your team really doesn't have the ability to interact. And with Hoylu, you can have them annotate, add sticky notes, and kind of all of those little pieces that you miss from our sudden move to remote work.
It sounds like it makes remote collaboration just a lot more efficient.
Yeah, that's our goal.
Very good. Maybe if you could tell me a little bit about the background of the company, right? So people like to understand a little bit about it. So for example, maybe you could tell me something interesting, like maybe the amount of clients that using the platform or the amount of visitors on the page or a prize that you've won, something, a little bit of background about the company.
Sure. So, kind of our background, just from our story piece, we're big on storytelling at Hoylu. We actually have a big hardware piece called the Hoylu Wall. And that's kind of where we got into very large name companies like Skanska and Procter and Gamble. You can see kind of a list of our major players on our website. A lot of construction companies really loved us for the large format, big room experience. And through that, this actually all developed out of kind of a PhD thesis of one of our evangelists. His name's Jakob Leitner. And he really wanted to capture the customer use cases and how they're collaborating in a whiteboard format. And that kind of translated out to where we are today and really offering people a remote work collaboration solution over a cloud software.
You alluded already a little bit to the types of businesses that are using the platform. Maybe you can give us a bit more insight, like who would be a typical type of customer of the product?
Yeah, that's the beauty of Hoylu. Really, anyone who is looking to use an online whiteboard can use Hoylu. We have people using it as simple as online tutors on one-on-one meetings, just trying to write on their iPad and show an equation and how they solve it in real time. And then we have teams as specific as agile software development teams at some of the largest logistics players in the world. They use us for agile software planning sessions. So really deciding what features are coming up next in their sessions, planning them out into weeks, and translating that back into their own kind of project management tool. They use Hoylu for the visual piece.
Very interesting. And when you have such a diverse group of customers, like what would be sort of your typical client acquisition channels? Like what would the journey be looking like if somebody, gets aware and discovers Hoylu?
Yeah, we do a lot of webinars. We do a lot of ads. We are product-led growth kind of strategy. So really, we try to make it as self-service as possible for our smaller users and the single companies. We really want you to get out and try our software first. Once we kind of see those type of people coming in, that's kind of when we're like, okay, we've seen 15 people from a company come in this week. Somebody's doing something. Let's reach out and kind of offer them some assistance.
Interesting, interesting. So it's really like a bottom-up approach, I'm assuming, right? People discovering the product and bringing it into the organizations?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd say over 50% of our meetings really come from word of mouth within an organization. We work with enterprise level companies, but we work with, like I said, online tutors who just want to kind of connect with a student. It's really easy to get into a workspace. You just share a URL. So it's not, they don't have to download anything. So we really try to make it as user friendly as possible.
What role would you say does the website play in that sort of journey to become a customer?
Yeah. I mean, our website is our probably our major facilitator since all of our kind of lead gen leads back to it. And then actually, it seems like our app can even be accessed from our website. So it's not only, it kind of plays a piece in every part of the customer journey, even a continuous basis of after they're already a customer. They can either enter the app directly or they can get onto hoylu.com and then select login, so we can really see the full journey of a customer and how they interact with our website, which is so important.
Very interesting. Since you were speaking here about the page, right now, what would you say is the major strength of the website? Is it the ability to convert a visitor to, a user or a customer, or is it the quality of the leads that are coming through, or or the user experience? How would you describe the strength of the website?
Yeah, I mean, we've kind of redone our website over the past couple of years again and again because we're always trying to refine and take the feedback we're getting from people. And that's also another thing. We engage the professionals. Like we don't try to do it all ourselves when we can. So really our biggest thing I would say is like we make it simple to get the information that you need. We make it easy to sign up, easy to sign in. Really, our whole goal, especially our product, is a simple user interface that's going to help you accomplish what you need in as little steps as possible.
Makes a lot of sense. And where would you say is some room for improvement maybe on the page? Did you already discovered some things where you feel like you want to put sort of, more focus on?
Yeah, and my marketing hat comes on in that kind of question. Um, I definitely we're working on customer stories and really we have them from a hardware perspective, but with remote work and COVID, we really kind of removed all of them and want to redo them according to how people are working now, because I think that's really important, right? I don't think work is ever going to look like it did last year. I feel like there's some strategic changes that are going to be made from everyone working from home all suddenly and seeing that it's not quite as scary as management thought it was going to be. Um, so we really just want to keep an update and keep our finger on the pulse of what people matter and like what they're searching and what's going to communicate success to them. What tools are people using, what buzzwords, because those are always changing.
Okay, I see. Interesting. I want to come back to the product a little bit. So maybe for everybody who's listening in, how would you describe sort of the competitive advantage or sort of, what makes it unique?
Yeah. I would say our biggest feedback from our users that use some of our competitors is they love the simplicity of kind of our UI and how and this kind of sounds backwards, is we don't have a ton of menus and feature customizations and things like that. It really is a simple tool that is going to let someone who has very little technical advantage really get into the tool and use it effectively and not need to do all of the customizations. We never want our software to remind you of kind of your word processing software that you have. I mean, I have pages open right now, right? There's 7 different menus that pop up when I click anything. And that's just not a user experience that we think is scalable. And so we really like simplicity and ease of use.
Makes a lot of sense. I would love to look a little bit behind the curtain of Hoylu. How are your sales and marketing teams structured at the moment? How do they relate to each other?
So with product-led growth, our customer experience and customer success team work pretty much hand in hand. Like we kind of do before sale and after sale. Our goal is we position our strategy as kind of a coaching.
Mm-hmm.
So rather than just giving demos and, use it or don't, we really are passing it to sales and then they go through the sales process.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of sit in and offer them assistance. Even if you're a free user of ours, we offer a free forever plan that gives you limited workspaces. We'll give you our time. It's not just if you're an enterprise user, you're going to get, meetings with us. We'll give you our time no matter who you are, because our focus really is learning from our customers and seeing how they're using the software, how they want to use the software, and how we can make it better for them.
Gotcha. It's actually quite interesting, right? Because you have this product-led component, but you also have a sales team supporting. So how would a typical lead travel? Like probably most sign up and start using the product, but then there's this other route that people can go, I guess, to get to lead to sales.
Yeah. So really, as soon as we have leads come in, which leads can come in through filling out a form on our website, they can email us directly. We have the ability to book a demo straight with our customer success team. So that is your first touch point, is usually me or my customer success team. Depending on kind of any use cases that you identify, if you share anything with us, it kind of depends on whether or not we'll bring in someone from sales. But that first meeting, really, we kind of do the discovery. We give you a sneak peek into the tool. And then if you're ready, we give you access. We get you started. It really doesn't have to be the demo after demo and the traditional sales process, especially because enterprise sales is a super in-depth process, right? You have security reviews. Usually there's some type of proof of concept kind of piece to it that can take weeks, months, sometimes even years. So we really try to eliminate any barriers that are going to kind of staunch your success and make it accessible, even if it means giving it away for free for a period while you start using the tool, because once you use it, you're going to start wanting to use it for everything.
Makes a lot of sense. I would love to switch gears a little bit and learn about you as a sort of customer experience leader and marketing leader in the team. So what type of content do you consume? How do you educate yourself in order to sort of grow?
I love podcasts. I have about a 40-minute drive to work a day, so I consume 2 podcasts a day really during that time. I like LinkedIn. I feel like it's getting a little messy lately, so really just blogs. I try to focus on, the big ones that are going to deliver the most value and not be too fluffy. I am an action kind of type person.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like one of our biggest issues as, a field in marketing is we sit here and we bring these theories to people, right? And we want to talk about product-led growth and, we're going to switch to it. And you end up having months of meetings without doing anything to make it happen.
Yep.
And so I really like the type of publications that are going to give me this is how you do it. This is why you do it. And then here are the steps to get it done. So that's those are my power pieces that I like to keep my mind fresh on.
Very good. Since we're slowly already coming to an end of the interview, I would love to jump into our rapid fire questions. It's only a couple of short and crisp questions. Usually, I think everybody survived them so far, so you're gonna be fine.
Okay.
Very good. The first one would be, what's the last book you read?
7 Habits of Highly Successful People.
What is the one single thing that your company is focused on the most at the moment?
User growth.
If there would be no boundaries in technology, what would you want to have fixed for your company today?
Analytics.
On the product side or
on the product side? Website, I think there's a lot of tools out there, but the product side, we kind of like to customize everything. So
What is one advice that you would give yourself if today would be your first day working on Hoylu?
Um, don't fight the passion that I feel to succeed. Really speak up and provide actionable details of how to accomplish something rather than just listening to the conversation.
Goes back to that action piece that you mentioned before,
Yeah,
right?
I like results, so
Very good, very good. So, Porscha, thanks a lot for being part of the show today. I want to give you the last word, right? So, if somebody forgets everything about the interview today that we discussed about Hoylu, what would be one thing that they should remember about the company?
yeah, I hope they really remember. I know this is going to be cheesy to say, but that we love our users and we will go the extra mile. If you want a partner and a coach in making your meetings better, then Hoylu is a great option for you.
Mhm, mhm. Great. Thanks for being part of the show today.
Thank you so much, Lucas. This was fun.